Hey girl, it has been a decade. Can you believe it? My goodness, it has been a whole decade. And yes, I'm definitely going to recount all of the stages of my hair in this video while I prepare for wash day. So let's do it. If you are new, my name is Deeplycoiled and I do hair care videos about my natural hair and a little bit of lifestyle every here and there. Today, because it is December, we are marking the end of a decade and I'm going to be talking about my natural hair journey throughout the last 10 years. So let's get into it. The products I'm gonna be using today, you already know, pre-poo is gonna be T-Gen, got a few hair clips, Tangle Teaser, shower cap for the end, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Start with 2015. I have a photo album prepared, because I did come prepared. I have a photo album prepared for this specific encounter. So let's go ahead and look at that now. I need to find it first. So maybe not that prepared. There it is. All right, so this first picture you're gonna see is from 2015. I actually really like this picture because it's baby Sabri, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just getting into natural hair. You can see I have like a little twist going on. Nothing crazy. My natural hair journey wasn't it was really just beginning. I was trying to get to know what I wanted to do with my hair. I was trying to get to know my hair, but not for real. I don't know about y'all, but in 2015, the little crown was very popular, especially for people who did not have long natural hair. So I was rocking the crown. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my hair was literally not even touching my shoulders. Like, yeah, my hair was literally right here to my ears. I had some short hair, boy. So one thing about my natural hair journey that I can appreciate is that I enjoy my curls at the stage that I'm in. Of course, at times I would shoot for a goal of longer hair, definition, all that stuff. But at the time, I was appreciative of the fact that I had really, you know, versatile hair. I was happy that I had natural hair. It was not very popular at that time, except for on YouTube. The people in my age group were rocking the silk press. Silk press was the go-to. I don't know, I took it upon myself to go ahead and make it happen for myself when it comes to knowing what my hair does. And that's exactly where it started, 2015. So I kind of have to set up the story for you. In 2015, we had a lot, girl, I'm gonna have to spray this because my hair is, where my spray bottle? By the way, in this bottle is just peppermint, essential oil, and water. So just in case you were wondering. Okay, so I have to set up the story for you too. In 2015, when you don't know what you're doing with your hair, it is very important for y'all to understand. If you were there, you know. You were looking on YouTube to figure out what were the products. What are the products for natural hair? I literally vividly remember looking up how to grow natural hair care, black girl. No, how to grow natural hair, black girls. Little did I know, there weren't a lot of people. There was the key influencers. We called them natural hair gurus. There were the key natural hair gurus from our generation, the naturals, the jujubes. You saw them all the time. And what I can appreciate about these girls is they were faithful, okay? They were faithful to the grind. Like, you knew you was gonna get a natural hair video whenever you was gonna get it. And I appreciate that. So yeah. Anyway, anywho, I noticed that my natural hair was growing in 2016. And in this picture, honestly, I feel like 2016 was a good year for me because I started to learn how to actually manipulate and train my hair. And before you say anything to me, that sounds bad, but it's not, I promise. When I say manipulate my hair, I really do mean figure out what it needs when it comes to products. Figure out what styles work best for my curl pattern and what styles do not. figure out what my hair does after 4 days of styling it. Moving on, 2015, like I said, great year, great startup year for me. I just needed to know how to style my natural hair because I wasn't gonna keep straightening it. And I was coming off of a heat streak. I did put heat on my hair a lot during that time. It's okay. It is also important for you to know I did have a perm when I was going into the 6th grade. What year was that? 2010. Okay, whew, 2010. So let's get into 2016, 2017. Okay, 2017 is where I really have solidified the braid out. I can tell 2017 is braid out season. Braid outs extended my curls to make my hair look longer. I stuck with it. You didn't see a lot of hairstyles coming from this gal. You didn't see a lot of hairstyles, and there was a reason for that. One, I was limited on the amount of hairstyles I knew how to do. And two, I just liked the way that my hair really enjoyed braid outs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I always stuck with the braid outs or a twist out. You could probably say that was a staple as well. But I can tell that the braid outs extended or elongated my curls to a point where, because I wanted long hair at that time so desperately, I was like, yeah, we're gonna keep going with this. And then you see 2017, 2018, you saw a very similar story. Braid outs, hair was kind of growing. It was growing. I would say it's definitely longer than 2015. Hair was growing, but I wasn't really seeing the length that I wanted, that I thought I could get with just looking up a video about how to grow natural hair. After 2 years from 2015, I need my hair at waist length. What's happening? What's wrong? A little bit more ASMR. You see how the product just glides? Moving forward, in 2017, really, I'm using a lot of the Cantu. Okay, you girls know about the Cantu. And for a while, I stuck with it, even in college. I said, Cantu works. And again, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Cantu was in rotation. Cream of Nature conditioner was in rotation a lot as well. I'm trying to think of any other products that I use on a regular basis. I didn't have a consistent wash day routine. I just kind of washed my hair, put on some cream, maybe put on some grease, and twisted it up. So 2017, 2018, 2019, this is where the shift happens. I have more hydration in my hair. You can see, if you go back to 2017 and then you look at 2019, those are two different sets of hair. 2017, if I'm looking at it correctly, 2017 looks like manipulated curls. It doesn't look natural. It looks like it's dry. It looks like it's an old twist out, which is fine. You know, old twist out, I got you. You're getting your hair trained. 2019, that looks like my natural hair pattern. Like, that looks like the natural curl pattern. It looks more hydrated. Like if I'm just zooming in right here, you can see the curls just look, they look nice. They just look nice and full. I don't have to guess. You just don't have to guess. I think it's safe to say 2015 to 2019, we can call that braid out season. I think it's safe to say braid out season was that time period of my hair journey. So I have a secret. One of my friends that I used to have in high school, God rest his soul, he came up to me one day. He said, Sabri, your hair has so much potential, but you don't take advantage of it. And that is the day it changed my life. Because why is a male coming up to me telling me about my hair? Who he didn't care about his natural hair or anything like that. But he told me, he's like, you have so much potential and you just don't care about your hair. I said, dang, if he said that, then I have got to lock in. That is one of the key factors that is important in this process to know. That was what did Drake say? What did Drake say? Oh, Drake said something that was so good. He said, I can't remember what Drake said. What did he say? These curls though, like, gotta zoom in. I have got to zoom in. Let's get into the curls. Basically, I was told that I need to lock in because I have potential and I'm not taking full advantage of it. So yeah. Shout out to him and God rest his soul. So sad that people die so young, you know, but yeah, so during 2019, it's very important to know, I was kickstarting my YouTube channel, okay? This is where I started to learn about my natural hair potential even more. So Deeply Coiled was birthed. Deeply Coiled was birthed, and I rebranded because my original channel's name was Sabri Loves, but I wanted to be intentional about my natural hair channel. Like, I wanted to do natural hair. So Deeply Coiled was birthed, and that, my friends, is when we get to 2019. And sorry if I misspoke in that previous image of 2020 or 2018, but 2019 is where I really started to become my own person. As you can see, my curl pattern looks natural. That is because it is. I understood the products that work for my hair, and I understood what products did not work for my hair. At this time, I think there was a big Mael outburst where Mael was popping, girl. Everybody wanted a Mael products. I put Mael on my hair, and you could see the curls were popping. The curls were hydrated. The curls were defined. The curls were curling. And so, yeah. 2019 is where I really started to be confident in my curl patterns. Very important on this journey because when you get into 2020, I was able to moisturize my hair. I knew what products worked for my hair. I was confident about my hair, and nobody could tell me nothing, okay? This is what we got so far. Okay, halfway done. This marks the halfway mark, and I'm halfway done with my wash day prep, so that's actually perfect. Let's continue. We have reached 2020. This is a very important year. The reason why is because I have started diving into cornrows. This is when on TikTok the cornrow hack video went viral because I decided I wanted to just try a hairstyle and call it a hack. And it was a hack for me because who is about to do a cornrow all the way from this point of my head to this point? Not me. That's when I started to really get into braids, protective styles, and all of that. And so you'll see a picture of that, and then my curl pattern really starts to come into its own. I started to really embrace my curls in a way that I hadn't seen the first 5 years of my natural hair journey. And so you guys take a look at these next few photos because they're very, very much me embracing my natural hair. And something that is very important to note is that my hair is growing, honey. Let's look at it side by side. Let's look at it 2015. Let's look at it 2020. Can we appreciate how beautiful this process is turning out after 5 years? Now, granted, after 5 years, I would have thought I was at butt length, but we'll take what we can get. Charge it to the game. Charge it to the game. It's fine. I'll take it because these curls in 2020, honey, fire. And if you have not seen my perm rod set, go ahead and take a look at the previous video. I have put up a semi perm rod set that you can see in my moisture routine. Check that out. Very fire. Go on TikTok as well if you want a short form content situation with español, que si hablo español, if you did not know. Just saying, just a little shameless plug. Let's head over to post-COVID. I wanted to show you a picture of my hair straightened so that you could see I wasn't joking when I said my hair actually did grow a lot. This is the longest my hair had ever been, and I was very happy with the results, to say the least. I posted a lot with my hair straightened during this time because I was so happy. I was like, yes, and it's mine, it's mine. 2021 was a great year because I started to see the growth in my natural hair, not just my straight hair. You could see that my hair was very long with it being curly, and that had been one of my biggest goals. So I think that's something that is really important to note in my natural hair journey. People often forget to appreciate where they are now. And I think because I was able to do that through all stages, I didn't recognize that my hair had grown to the length that it had grown until I started to get people to tell me just in the streets, like, oh my gosh, your hair's so long. I'm like, really? 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 And yeah, it was. And so when you stop worrying about what it looks like or where you're trying to go as much and just focus on the daily moments and the daily short-term goals, daily tasks, you know what I'm saying? You knock those out, you'll be fine. So you can see in 2022, 2023, and 2024 is when I had the most length from this entire time. So all in all, I think what I learned from this decade is to, one, embrace the state in which your hair is, even if it's terrible, even if it's heat damage, even if it's breakage. Like, I literally am in a season of breakage right now. Second thing is know the products that work for you and don't go off of what everybody thinks is the best or what everybody says is the best, but rather, what does your hair say is the best product? Third thing, be consistent and stick to one or two styles and maybe a pop-up style, fancy style every once in a while. The fourth thing I would say is just to minimize the heat. I know y'all don't want me to say that, but throughout this decade, I probably used heat 10 times on my hair. And yeah, so overall, what I would say is, again, I am definitely not a cosmetologist. I do not do this for a living. I am not a professional, but what I am is experienced with my hair texture and my hair type. There's so much more to learn, and I'm super excited to learn about my hair texture. I wanted to close out 2025 just reflecting on what I have been able to achieve and learn about my hair journey. And hopefully this has inspired you to do the same. Just figure out what are some things that work well for you and what are some things that you want to implement come 2026. And with that being said, girl, it is time to go wash this hair. So I will see you in the next video.